Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of the Sketchy People Podcast. I am LemonTart, and I am joined by my wonderful artist friends from all over the globe. Today, we're going to be talking about fan art versus man art, i.e. original work, and I'd like to introduce my beautiful guests. Here is NeverPaint.
Hello, I'm NeverPaint. I do art, and I'm a fan. What are you going to do?
Kill you. Seika?
Hello, I'm Seika. I also do art. I do digital and traditional art. And commissions opened. Look at my links, etc.
Who else does art?
Is it me?
Asha, that's you.
Yay! I can fan you with all the fan art I have endlessly.
Wow. Very fresh for the summertime.
Oh, it's so hot.
Graf, how about you?
I don't draw fan art usually.
Oh, you're too
Okay.
good for that.
And Alex?
I also don't draw fan art. And also, are you not going
But
to
who
credit...
are you?
We're
introducing
hold on.
ourselves.
Okay. I do music and I draw anime girls that are my own
Hell
and
yeah.
not fan art.
Yeah.
But also, are you
He
not
makes
gonna
his own
credit...
waifus.
Are you not going to credit Asha with that opening joke? When are we going to talk about crediting?
Yeah, how dare you, Lemon?
No one should
I
be
did
ever
steal
credited.
Asha's joke. See, Asha said the man art thing. Hey Asha, I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
Okay,
No,
so
you're
who
cancelled
wants to
now.
start? Because two
Credits in
people
the
have like very
description.
strong opinions about this. So who wants to start?
I guess I'll start. No, that was a bad idea. Someone else. NeverPaint. You draw like
What?
quite a bit of fan art.
NeverPaint.
Yeah.
What even is fan art? Like I thought about it a bit, and I found like different.
Let's pull up Urban Dictionary.
No.
I found
No,
different
cut that out.
categories.
Cut it.
I found different categories of fan art. Like there's one kind of fan art that I would call like recreations of just original art, which is when you see like Instagram accounts of tons of art of like Marvel characters, which are just redrawings of like a movie poster
Yeah, like when
or
they-
like a screenshot.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
or
they do a lot. People do a lot of that with manga pages and anime screenshots, that sort of stuff, right?
yes, which is
Yeah, a direct copy.
Yes.
direct copy, but I understand that it's like a completely different skill set to like redraw a photorealistic
But it's a
reference. But yeah, I didn't want to say it like that. But I don't really appreciate it that much, other than in a technical sense, and I wouldn't like. I don't consume it. I don't like it. I don't like to look at it
Okay.
that much.
I have an
I
opinion.
mean,
Fair enough.
yeah, me
Well,
too.
NeverPaint's going through his categories.
No, we
first.
can talk about this category first, and then
Oh,
we
fair
go.
Yeah,
enough.
we can
Fair
keep
enough.
going. I mean,
Yes.
I usually don't dislike those, but I don't like it when people get really popular from those, because I feel like even if they
Yeah.
are indeed very skillful, because, copying is a skill, I feel like they are just banking on like whatever goodwill people have for the thing they are copying. And it's not like it's their
Yeah.
own style or anything, It's like just, hey, here's this reproduction from that thing you like. So you're
Yeah.
probably going to like it anyways because it's the same.
But
what I
Seika,
mean?
what if they just really like copying things in a photorealistic way, and they get money and and become popular because of it? What's wrong with that? Come on.
I mean, I don't think it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not like my taste. Realistic,
Fair enough.
when people do realistic copies of photographs of, a series or a movie or an actress or something, it's like,
Yeah.
I appreciate it also on a skill level. Like, it's impressive, but I feel like people they take so much time to do something that a camera can do really well, And I know it's really condescending to put it that way. I don't want to like hurt people's feelings about it, but it's kind of
Yeah, that's my
boring
job,
to me.
So,
basically.
first of all, what's the point? Because art is about expressing yourself, and what are you expressing? I think
expressing that they really like to make realistic details.
I mean,
I think it's.
I wouldn't say
it's
that
really
because
good
I
to,
think
like,
I think
to,
people
like,
can
get-
express
okay,
whatever.
go.
Like maybe I just want to draw a big titty wife, and maybe I just expressing nothing but a big titty wife, and that's okay. You know, I don't question their motives. People should be able to draw whatever they want at the end of the day.
Okay, I think this redrawing stuff is like really good to like if you keep it to yourself to like get used to
It's great for learning.
whatever tools you want to use to get comfortable with them and stuff, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to get used to how to mix colors and stuff.
It's basically a study.
I agree with that.
Just
Yeah, but
I see it
why
more
would
as a practice.
Why would you post it online and like pretend like it's yours?
They're
mean-
not pretending that it's theirs,
Well,
though.
if you don't credit them, and
I mean,
all
there's
the
a ton of
stuff
people
that you see all the time
saying like, yeah, I drew this thing from this anime I like or from this movie I like, but it's my drawing, it's mine, but it's like an exact copy of someone else's drawing, and that's why, you know, as I said, it rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't know. It's kind of like kind of iffy.
I kind of also don't see the point because, like, back in the day when photography and like copying in like the technical way we can do nowadays that didn't exist. That was the whole point of art, to just recreate things like 100%. But that kind of got lost at some point with introduction of photography.
Yeah.
And I don't really see the point anymore to do it. I guess everyone can do what they want, and that's,
But
Yeah,
NeverPaint,
I
how
do
will people
understand that,
steal
but, like,
normie
some
bucks
people
if
just
they don't
want
do
to that.
realism?
It's fine.
yes, but that's a boring standpoint. No,
No, you don't get it. They
I
do
feel
it
like
for the
that's-
normie bucks. Normies love
Yeah.
that shit.
it's kind of
I
like
mean, that's why I respect it when it's like realism
Yeah.
and it's like copying pictures of people or things that exist, you know, and not someone else's drawing. Because, you know, I know that's popular and people will pay for it, so like, you know, I respect the hustle. I don't want to do it,
Look,
but I respect it.
Every artist is going to have this same opinion. The whole, but the point is to express yourself and not to copy something realistically. But these people, first of all, they might enjoy it and be really passionate about it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
second of all, this has an incredibly wide audience, and it's incredibly beneficial to do it. So if you find yourself having fun copying realistic things and people enjoy it, there's nothing, like, the whole point is that they love doing it and that it's their life. And that's art.
Yeah, I agree with
And
that.
just because we're artists doesn't mean we should undervalue things that aren't original because we're capable of making original things.
I don't really.
It's not like we're above them.
It still
It
expresses
just shows them something
appreciation.
different.
It still expresses appreciation for the original work, actually. In some way.
Yeah, I agree with that when
I just
it's
feel like this is quite condescending from our point. I feel like we feel like we've ascended past the need to copy realism, but a lot of people just love that. A lot of people just enjoy looking at technical skill of something that's been copied.
That's,
I mean,
that's basically
I feel
the whole
like it
point.
should still
Many-
exist.
Many of these
realism
artists
is
also,
really good, and it's a really good way to get better fast. I have done like a lot of realism and copying pictures and stuff like that for fun and for studies.
Yes.
So I think it's valuable and nice, and people enjoy it a lot, and it's okay. It's not okay to, you know, reproduce someone else's artwork and try to pass it as your own, or, you know,
Well,
taking
obviously
credit.
that's not okay,
Taking
yeah.
credit from but I don't see the difference from people who do that to smaller artists or to mangakas, for example, because it's like really popular to do that.
I feel like a showcase.
The other day I saw on Instagram, and what is called the popular page. Yeah, you know what I mean. It recommended me an account that basically only did redrawings from manga
Yeah.
and had like millions and millions of followers. And it was like, why? And it was like you could put it side by side, both pictures, and it was exactly the same. And I don't know if they just, copied it by eye, which will be really impressive, but still like, I don't like that, or just, maybe they just trace it.
It's
And
really.
I don't know.
I mean, here we're
And
getting,
I
we're
don't
getting
like
to
it.
the intention of the artist. If the
Yeah.
intention is malicious, then obviously it's not good. If the intention is just a guy that really wants to do that, then it's fine. And case-by-case basis, basically.
But Lemon, is it fine to make money by by selling a copy you draw from someone else's artwork? I don't think that's fine.
Well, you made the copy.
But-
People sell Picasso copies all the time, for example. And that's
but
okay.
Picasso is over
I don't-
70 years dead. So, no, not dead, but old. So,
Over 70 years dead.
not dead.
I mean, buying a print is fine, for example. But like, I also don't think reproductions of, really popular art, selling them, I don't think it's fine. Doing them for yourself and for fun and for studying, perfect. But,
But I have
just
never
makes me-
seen.
you have never
Okay,
seen.
go.
No. I was just going to like keep
I've
hammering
never
the same
seen-
point.
Period.
I've never seen like actual redraw accounts that are good and like
It's
I see every time I see like redraws and stuff, it's always like teenagers like wanting to draw, but then also wanting all the cred and then pretending like it's mostly theirs and it's like heavily inspired, but don't post proper credits and stuff. I've never seen like someone like a redraw account that I would respect in any way.
I've seen that.
That's fair.
Most of the time, I
Same.
think the main appeal of redraw accounts is really just a showcase of skill, because often you see like the guys who draw like really detailed like colored pencil drawings or almost paintings of like movie characters. They always post like several work in progress pictures, like because it just takes so long to draw this thing with like that much detail, and they always just lie down the pens, like the colored pencil they used around pictures, so that you see, even though it's realistic, they put the pencils around it, so you see it's not a photograph. I did it with these pencils. I'm cool, and I think that's kind of cool. But
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
but like with stuff with like acrylic paintings or something, where you like copy all the paintings, or do like photorealism with like something that's hard to do photorealism with, like colored, like those colored pencils. That's understandable, but like just like doing digital redraws or like with fucking
yeah,
fine liners or whatever,
that's a bit more another thing.
I think the line is, redraws from someone else's art, like exactly one-to-one reproduction, bad. And redraws of, photographs or people or characters from movies or stuff like that because, studying and shit, good, fun.
Yeah, if you're gonna do like stuff like that seems fishy. Like it's really great for studies. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's respectable in my eyes.
Okay, let's
If you, like,
let's
just
talk
do that
about
kind of
good
stuff.
fan art now because we have been like destroying. good
Well, we should move to the next category
ca-
that NeverPaint had to say.
Category 2, fanart that is an adaptation into a new style, which doesn't mean it's like really something new, but it's just like a character, like just in your
when
own
people
style.
put their own spice to the thing.
It's
Yes.
it's mostly a portrait or like just a character thing, but I feel like most of it is also not really that. There's not much much originality behind it. It's really just to show what does it look like if I draw it like I draw it. Like
I think
that's great and okay.
I think usually it's like just like almost like the same pose, the same very similar colors and stuff. I think that done right is when you like do a pose that you would draw well, but like would also fit the character and stuff. I think that stuff is always really cool to see. And not just same pose, same colors.
When people...
Just for an example, I posted my Porco Rosso fan art I did like a few months ago. And it's not like I'm telling anything like a new story of a character, but it's just a representation of a character like I would draw him.
Yeah, but I think that's okay. That kind of fan art is great, and I love
it's all
because
okay.
It's like no, I mean, I like that a lot because you're just putting your own thing with this. Just how to explain this? Like you're just showing your love for that thing you're representing, and that's like shows passion and love, and it's like a different interpretation, and it's cool and great, and I love it. Fan art is good when it's like personal like that, even if you didn't have like a ton of feelings or a ton of anything behind it other than I just really want to draw this character because I like it. It's just like yes.
I also want to say that this is like the main bulk of fan art on the internet. I feel like
yeah.
Obviously, yeah. People make fan art because they're fans of something and they want to show their love and appreciation for that something. What if your style looks exactly like the original thing that you really like, though? Is it still okay via your logic?
I mean,
well,
if
then it's
people
category
really copy something's style, like if you can do, for example, that time a couple years ago when Pantheon stocking was really popular and suddenly everyone on DeviantArt was trying to draw in that style. It's kind of like, it's fine to be inspired by something, but again, just copying it one-to-one is kind of not great to me,
I disagree so hard on this because copying one-to-one is how
it's
how
great
you learn,
to learn.
Man.
Doing it to learn is fine. Doing it, for clout and for money is kind of
What's wrong with doing it all at the same time?
I'm torn on this because sometimes it's really cool to like do very different stuff in that art style that like you wouldn't ever see in that art style, but like it looks perfectly like the original work. If you get what I'm saying, but also I don't know. It feels soulless.
I mean, when it's the only thing that person draws, they only try to draw that style really good. It kind of hurts me in a way. Like you're stealing something that was someone else who figured it out and polished it and make it cool, and then you are like, oh, I like that. I'm going to do exactly the same. Cool. It's like, maybe not. Maybe you could do something else too. I don't know. Because for example, if you learn foundations really good, you can do basically every style, with a little practice. But it's like, kind of rude to the original person who made it, basically.
I've seen that a lot with Pokemon fan art. A lot of people really copy the Sugimori style.
Yeah,
of the more recent illustrations, and I guess I get what you mean, but I fundamentally think it's okay.
Oh God, what is that?
It's okay to study.
Fan art?
It's not okay to like make it your own without changing anything, like making it your brand. That's what I mean. Because
I mean, it's not smart to make it your brand, but I still think it's okay morally. It's just not smart because they're gonna think, oh, did the Pokemon guy draw that? Wait, no, it was this other guy. He's just copying him.
We can
But I don't think there's anything morally wrong with that.
We can easily show off all the categories just by showing different Nessa fan arts, because like Pokemon trainers get so much fan art in like a span of 2 hours after release. It's pretty hilarious. And sometimes like most of the Nessa fan arts, it's mostly her standing in like a similar pose, like a similar pose to the one she has in the official art. But then I see sometimes like sadly I don't have a picture pulled up, but there was this one fan art with Nessa like in a pool with small water Pokemon in it, and she was like bathing, and it was like a little scene, and somehow that fan art was worth so much more to me than all the Nessa is standing in a cool pose holding a Pokeball.
Well, yeah, that person clearly...
We've arrived at the crux of the matter.
Clearly, put time to think about what they wanted to draw and the composition and everything. But, if it was still Sugimori style, it's kind of,
The key of the question here is originality plus fan art. The more original that a fan art is, the more, like you guys said, soulful and interesting it becomes. And that's the reason why the Nessa fan art that really thought of the situation of the character and made a new scenario for her to be in resonates with us so much more than the ones that just copied the pose from the trailer.
Yeah.
The idea is injecting your own originality into the fan art to make it the best fan art possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Agree.
what is really the point to just, other than studying? We all agree that copying things for studying is fine, right?
I think that
That's
what is the
perfectly
point
okay.
is the wrong question, because some people just really want to do that. But I also think it's more valuable to have the originality.
Yes.
Just like as a net positive in the world.
Yeah, people should do what makes them happy, right? But why do they want to do that? It's the problem. If you're copying something,
I just think that's a really silly question. You're not in their head. Maybe they want to. Who cares?
Like, but you know why you would do it. Like Seika, for instance. Like, why do you draw a fan art? What's your motivation behind it?
When I draw fan art, which I don't do often,
yes,
because I don't feel, it's because I feel really passionate about something, or there's a designer I really like, and I want to interpret it on my own style and see what it looks like and have fun for a bit, basically.
Like, I admit that drawing fan art is sometimes just a real shortcut for me when I don't know what to draw, and I just think, okay, I like this character, I like this design, I just draw it. I don't have to have my own idea right now. I'm just translating that into a picture that's kind of mine in some way.
Yeah, but that's okay, because again, you're doing something for fun, for you,
but
and
I
you're putting your own style and your own everything.
It's definitely not
as long as you don't.
As much.
The other thing I don't like about that is when people sell their fan art, but the ones that are 1-to-1 copy, but yeah.
Selling fan art is a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's a whole other monster. But I guess it's okay as long as it's, a fan art you really thought about and you put love into, and it's not like a copy of an official image, because why would you do that?
Yeah. We can all officially sell Zero Experiments Lane fan art now.
Hell yeah.
It's open domain. Finally.
Inspired fan art is the best kind. Like when you see something and it's really cool, and then you're just like, oh, I gotta draw this.
Yes.
Thing.
Yes, that's the only kind of fan art I really want to do.
Yeah, I drew a Pretty Cure comic because I found out like the original generation was going to hang out with the new generation, and the first generation had flip phones, and the new generation, and I don't know, it was just like Fanart of them.
That's so cool.
And their like transformation devices are flip phones, so like the new character's reaction is just like, oh my god, you guys are old.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Did you know that the first series of Pretty Cure was actually really popular in Spain when I was growing up?
Really?
So I've actually seen a lot of the first 2 seasons of
That's
Pretty
so
Cure.
cool.
And I remember exactly what you mean with the flip phone transformations.
Hell yeah. We didn't get Pretty Cure over here, that's sad. I wish I
I
could
was
have
hanging
grown
out
up
with
with
Pretty
it.
Cure
Got it here.
threads on A, so I really want to get into it.
You got
The most
English
powerful
dub in
fan art is
Canada.
definitely one when you come back from a movie and you or like watch a TV show and just
I'm
have
gonna
this
redraw
moment.
that shot.
Yeah,
No.
I've taken a photo of the Avengers in the movie and I'm redrawing it now. No,
I took a photo of this movie and now I'm gonna draw the photo of the movie.
Oh,
like
no.
when
I'm gonna
I
redraw
watched-
every frame of this movie.
I finally started to watch.
Could you imagine every frame of painting, but it's literally every frame of painting.
Oh my god.
Best YouTube channel. Like when I started to watch Evangelion finally, and I just saw all the fun scenes with Misato, like drinking and hanging out with Shinji, and I had to draw her. It was like
Redraw.
it was
Redraw.
no, it wasn't a retry. I just wanted to
I'm joking.
to catch that feeling inside of a drawing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, fan art is great as long as you put your own spin on it, to me.
Yes.
Like, you can do whatever you want, but don't get, don't make money from someone else's thing. Unless,
Okay.
you know...
There are different subcategories I have. One of it, what I find really interesting, is I would just call it illustration, in the sense that you illustrate a character that you don't have a visual reference for. For instance, a fan art of a book character,
Yes.
or even like a poem or a song or whatever, or like making a visual up for a song, for instance. That's something you see relatively like not a lot on the internet, because the internet is so visual focus.
Yes.
But when I look back to like some of my favorite artists are Tolkien illustrators, and there's this whole subcategory of
That's
like
crazy.
of like Tolkien artists who illustrated his books for like the last 60 years or so, and that's basically all they do. They redraw scenes from the books, or like interpreting them in their own
That's an
style.
interpretation, not a redraw. That's actually
yeah.
like super dope and great, and I love it.
But it's still like fan art, right?
It's
Yeah, of
still
course.
fan art to
But
some.
it's
You wouldn't
just
call
really
it
cool
fan art.
No,
Yeah.
that I think that still qualifies as fan art, but just a different kind of beast,
Yeah, it's definitely the more respected kind of fan art. Like
I don't know.
in the art world.
I think all fan art is, deserves respect as long as, all fan art deserves respect. That's all, I don't like, even though I have been putting like some kind of art already on this podcast, like about other kinds of art. I think like everything should be respected in the end, which is like, kind of hypocritical of me a bit, but I don't want to.
That's where I was trying to get earlier.
Yeah, I just, copying things exactly as someone else painted them after a ton of study and, putting work into it and all of that. Even if it's a popular thing, I think it rubs me the wrong way. That's all.
Yeah, I think we kind of get that feeling.
Like, I see all this skill you have and you just don't
Yeah,
really use it for
it's-
anything. It's kind of it feels wasteful.
I was like half a year ago, I tried to market my art on Facebook, the dark place.
Fuck Facebook.
Yes, and I was a member of several art sharing groups or like artist groups on Facebook with
Yeah.
like several thousand members, and most of them had like really very important and strict rule sets that like had really very strict rules about references. So you would post an image and you have to put links to all the reference images you used at all into this description. So it made posting, like for me, almost impossible or like impossible to manage, because whenever I draw something, I put up like 50 different images I use for reference. And
That's interesting.
that was like
It's very strange.
I think this was like a reaction to many redrawing artists who just
Yes.
take
I think that's
a
reasonable.
pretty photograph, and
I feel like
but it got to an extent that they got really paranoid about someone drawing an original art, and they would look out to find the original.
I mean, I
was
think
silly.
giving credits to the people you use as reference when you can, it's great. But if it's like you have 50 pictures, like you said, for inspiration and or for seeing how the light hits something and what it happens, and like applying it to your picture, even if it's not the exact same thing. I think that's great, and everyone should be encouraged to do that. But like, unless you make like a montage of all those pictures to like create a painting and then copy that painting on your paper, I think it's pointless to cite every single reference ever.
Yes.
I have a solution. Just draw all of the references. Draw a picture per reference, all of them. You will be the best artist in the world.
Split up your image into all the different sources and redraw all of them realistically.
Draw every source and then draw every image.
Also,
and then
thinking
put them
about that
together.
Facebook
Sounds
group,
kind of
just
cool.
derailing a little bit, it fucks me up a bit because what I do a lot is posing in front of a mirror when I don't know how to, draw something specific. So I just like, how would my arm look if I
no.
did this? And I just
Man, we should.
I
talk
just
about
copied
this,
from
like-
from my own body. So I don't
Yeah,
get
then
to.
post it, please.
No, I'm not posting my nudes.
Let's
But
talk
it's
about
just
like
on
using
Facebook.
references and stuff some other time, like more in depth. It sounds
Yeah.
really interesting, like how much we use references. And
It's definitely connected
and all
to
that
fan
stuff.
art.
I'm kind of lazy about references. I just look up something on my phone
because
and like look down at my phone as I draw.
I honestly don't like using references ever. I like try to figure out the drawing in my head as I go.
I mean, having an
Like, as I
idea
remember it.
of what you want to do and the composition and everything is great, but sometimes you just can't get a hand right, and you just look at your hand,
Yeah,
make the
sometimes you
gesture,
just
and say
can't
like,
get the hand right.
yes, that's how the hand looks, and you copy your hand, and that's
Yeah.
perfectly great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at it for like a
I don't
second
think,
and then I
like-
draw. I don't like take pictures and have it next to me or whatever. Or like
I
look
mean,
at tons of other pictures.
Unless I have to do fan art or, commission of someone else's character or something in specific like that, it's like, it's fine to pull references to, make your art look the way you want it to look. It's okay. It's not going to devalue your art at all,
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody does it.
Yeah. That's how you learn too. Like, don't feel bad for using references as long as
I don't know.
you say, oh yeah, I use a reference, and you're literally like copying that picture of Raya and Ami that everybody drew once, the one where she's like leaning against a wall with the hands behind, that is like all sexy and shit. And a ton of people drew that picture. If you take that picture and reference it, quote unquote, to like draw a character exactly like her with different hair. It's like that's not referencing. That's just like, you know, you're copying it and being a bitch, basically.
But you're copying the pose.
No, but you
Why
know what I mean.
Why
Like
are there
copying
so many
every
limits and
little
lines to this?
detail. I mean, but like different hair. Like when
You
people
draw every single paw.
yeah,
on the skin.
basically.
You render every single pore individually with.
I always think of it like that like most of art history has been drawing fan art, but it has shifted from religious things and myths, and like Greek myths were like the most prominent fan art source throughout art
Dude.
history. And it has has shifted to movies and comics and anime and manga.
Art is literally just fan art of the gods.
Yeah.
They're just like, dude, Sue's
Look at this sick fan art of
Sue's
Jesus.
would totally turn into a dog. Sue's totally would turn into animals and have sex with women. Let's draw that. I like Michelangelo's fan art of God in the 16th.
That's hilarious. But yeah, it's true. It is fan art after all.
Did they use references?
Technically, it's like it's commissions because the church paid for all that art. So
Like
it's
some
not
of it.
technically
Those
fan art.
all-
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you can commission fan art, Seika.
Yes, but it's like, you know what I mean.
I don't see the overlap.
Shh. But yeah. Anyways, why is everyone so silent suddenly?
I thought you were
I
going
don't
to say
have
something.
much to say. I
Who's,
I just think fan art
who
is
does-
okay, regardless.
I don't even think fan art is okay. I think fan art is fucking great because I
Hell
did
yeah.
fan art for most of my life. Like if you oh, please don't do that, but find my old DeviantArt page and look at all the stuff. It's no, stop it, die. It's not under NeverPaint.
Furious typing.
Like
No, but it's gonna be the other name. What the other name? Niemals Welt. Yeah,
no,
I'm
no,
looking
it's
for it
not
right
that.
now.
It's not that either. I don't care. That's not the point. Like most of what I did throughout the last 2 or 3 years was drawing fan art. Just because it's like the fastest thing I can draw. Like because I had this whole thing about posting daily for like the last maybe 2 years, and yeah, like I said before, it's very difficult to find like original things like in a small time, and I'm really not that experienced with characters design. So most of what I did was just drawing all the characters from all the things I like. And another thing I do is I'm drawing a lot of birthday gifts and Christmas gifts and that stuff.
Aww.
Because I don't want to spend money like ever on
Same.
anyone.
Same. Every time I can give people art, I just give them art.
Yes.
Because mainly because I'm friends with people who have a ton of money. So like any kind of gift I can give them, I feel like they can buy it. So I just draw them things.
And I especially draw fan art for people because, like, I don't know about you, but like most people I share like things I like with. Like I watch movies with people, or like I watch TV shows with my parents from time to time. And so like I draw a character I know they like, and just for them, and that's a cool thing. Like I drew this Ryuk from Death Note after watching Death Note with my dad, and it's like something connecting. Like we're both fans of this, and yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
and
that's
here's a
really
representation
sweet.
of that.
I'm gonna go out and then go into the city and ask a cute girl if I can draw fan art of her.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
No.
Yeah, because
not
you're
do
implying
that.
that you're her fan.
I will not do that, but I will daydream about it.
It's kind of the thing when like people,
Seize your dreams and
Actually,
turn
I'm
them
gonna
into
write it down.
reality, Alex.
people come up to you and ask, "Can you draw me? Can you draw me?" I don't want to draw you. It would take so much time, and you don't really care.
But see, NeverPaint, it's kind of funny because I have the exact opposite problem that you have. I feel like, to me, drawing, quote-unquote original stuff is way faster than doing fan art. Because
Yeah.
every time I want to do fan art, I, look up a million references and, try to get everything, the details right, and spend a lot of time thinking, I wonder how this detail will look if I, put more detail on it. How will it be? I think for, a while and try a bunch of different things out, and I waste a ton of time. But sometimes
Yeah.
I'm just showering and I think, yes, fire wife. And I draw a fire wife and it's great and it takes half the time and it's amazing.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same. For me, it's way easier to just whip out something original than to try and copy something else.
Yeah.
I can make up my own details. I can simplify as much as I want. I can use whatever colors I want.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
Also the freedom. The freedom is great. I enjoy
Also,
doing
you don't
original
have to
art.
make
Yeah,
it good.
It's
basically,
too much
if you
freedom
have
for
a lot
me.
of ideas,
Like,
if you have a lot of ideas, freedom is good.
Also, you don't have to
But
make it good.
if you're
As long as you
Sorry,
don't
what?
get, paralysis for having so much options, is great.
well, that I love the options. That's I feel paralyzed when I don't have enough options,
Yeah, same.
which is why I prefer digital painting over traditional, for example. I just feel way less limited.
Yeah,
But
same.
I think traditional is fine. It's fun. It's
It's
Yeah, of
it's
course it's
fine.
fine.
We can accept it.
I have fun mixing colors and putting things down on paper, and the texture
Ugh,
is nice.
physicality. Ugh.
And I don't know. I like traditional art. It's fun.
Seika, we're past physicality in our media. We're past discs. We're past.
Lemon, I hate
exchanging-
you and I want to
Yeah,
kill you.
we're living in 3019. We're exchanging our creative ideas through telekinesis.
We're literally beaming our ideas into each other's heads right now
Oh no.
through Discord voice call.
Oh no.
Yeah, but why am I wearing this really big and uncomfortable headset for that? That's not
Get a
acceptable.
comfortable one day.
Well, that's just the future. Haven't you seen Sword Art Online? You have
No.
to wear a big uncomfortable headset.
Fuck you for
become
referencing
nerdy
that. I
at
hate
14.
you.
Funnily enough, my first anime fan art was a redrawing of Asuna and Kirito.
How fucking dare you never paint? You
But
fucking
I-
zoomer.
I'm impressed.
But I actually didn't never finish it. I think I stopped
Good.
after drawing Asuna.
Good. You
because
realize
it was
your
boring
mistake.
I
to-
mean, that's a good stopping point.
Yes,
My first fan art was probably Pokemon.
Yeah, same.
Because
Probably.
obviously I love
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon. But one that I have in my mind very, very clearly is a fan art of the main character of Dot Hack, Legend of the
I was
Twilight.
about to say that.
Oh,
Literally
yeah.
same.
The
Literally
Dot
Yes.
same.
Hack manga. Because I bought this magazine when I was like 8, and this magazine came with the first chapter of the manga in it. And the first chapter of that manga, like the main character meets this sort of princess in a dream, and the princess kisses him. And my 8-year-old mind was not ready for that, and it could not process what was happening on the pages of the manga. And it kept looking at it over and over and over, and I got obsessed with chapter 1, 20 pages of this manga.
It was your
because a
sexual
girl kisses a
awakening.
boy.
At 8 years old with Hack's manga.
So basically, I drew this character. I drew this character like 10 times on my school notebooks over and over.
My first fan art was definitely Dot Hack as well. After I've seen like the first couple episodes of the anime.
I remember being
I never
like
even saw the
4.
anime. I never even saw anything else of Dot Hack. I just had those 20
Embarrassing.
pages,
Well,
and I looked at them over and over and over and over.
Everyone always shits on it, but I think I love dot hack.
Dot
It's
hack
so
is
cool.
nice, but I hate how everything is like open-ended and they never gave a conclusion of everything and you were never really sure of what was going on. And when you thought you knew what was going on, the anime ended and it didn't resolve. And the games were not all translated or not available. And I was like, fuck dot hack, fuck that shit. Let me know.
I think my first fan art was probably a fan art of my favorite dinosaur.
Sonic the
Hell
Hedgehog.
It was probably a Velociraptor or something.
I remember I have like very distinct memories of being like a 4-year-old and drawing dogs and Pokemon all day, every day.
Oh yeah,
pretty
I
much.
never had
Same,
Pokemon
same.
in my
I drew
life,
Pokemon,
so
I
can't
copied
relate.
them from
Damn.
magazines I had. I like made original Pokemon and made like dog Pokemon and was like really happy because I love dogs too. And I was like, yeah,
Actually, I-
this is heaven. I'm a
I
4-year-old, I
actually
can draw dogs all day. Yeah.
In grade school, I actually made original Pokemon for classmates because I was able to draw and would just copy like Pokemon cards and fill in my own pictures. And
Hell yeah. You were their
without
god.
even knowing anything about Pokemon or liking Pokemon, I was just like, yeah, I can do that. I
How
can do
dare
that
you
for
never paint? How dare you not love Pokemon? I'm offended.
But I have never experienced it. Sorry.
How
like,
fucking
not
dare
in
you?
anywhere.
Disgusting.
Not. It's not my fault.
It's
It's
fine,
totally
it's
your
fine,
fault.
It's fine.
It's entirely your
Go
fault.
play
play
all
the
of
new games.
Pokemon, like
Except the
as
new
soon as we
ones.
finish
Like,
recording.
I would need to buy like consoles for that.
You can play them all on your
Gotta play
computer.
them all.
I have no fucking time. I have to draw. I have no time. No time for fucking video games.
Shake my head. But imagine all the fine art you could make.
I can
It's
do that
true.
without having
Pokemon
watched
girls
Pokemon.
are the best.
Yes.
Imagine how much better your monster designs would get after playing Pokemon.
I
Yeah,
think
they
there
will
are
all
other
become
great
adorable.
influences for monster designs. I don't really like Pokemon
Dude,
designs. I'm
you
sorry.
should get into Digimon. That would fit your style much more when it comes to
Probably.
monster designs.
I'm not
Could
ready
you
for
imagine just
another.
Mug turns into like evolves into Mecha Mug, and its back opens up and it has a cannon that comes out of his
Hell
back.
yeah.
And it shoots like
Fuck
sticky
yeah.
web ammo, and then his legs like open up, and
He walks on
spoil
guns.
my
Lemon, just do that fan art. It's fine.
Mecha Mug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mecha
I'll draw that.
Please do it.
Wait, NeverPaint. Wasn't Mug
Speaking of
a
drawing,
fake Pokemon?
I did a fake Pokemon, which was a jumping spider, but
Yeah, and it looked
That's-
like Mug.
yeah, it looked like Mug because Mug is also a jumping spider, but that spider was blue and had like orange. It also had orange, but it was blue mostly, and it had like a jumping spiral on its back. It was
It's
really
like Proto Mug.
yeah, it's kind of proto Mug.
Proto Mug.
Like
Oh,
in-
so it's
in
the
fifth-
baby version of the Digimon. It's Proto Mug, then Mecha Mug.
yeah.
That happened.
Metal Grey
yes.
Mug.
Gray Mug.
I feel like I kind
I
of have
forgot
to
they're all
search for the
supposed
image
to end
now.
in Mon. I'm an it. Oh,
Mugmon.
Mugmon. Mugmon and Cuphead.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Speaking of drawing, I drew today and a few days ago.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Unacceptable.
Did you guys draw?
Yes.
I didn't
have been
draw
drawing
for like
so
2
much
days
that my
because my hand
wrist
is
is like all fucked up, so I didn't draw anything today.
Same. My hand hurts so much like throughout the last 2 days, and I don't know why.
Robot
Probably
arms
doing
when?
something
wrong.
Please give me my robot arm so I can draw non-stop. And I can
And I'm
forget.
stretching now. I've been stretching for like a few weeks now,
Hell
and
yeah.
it doesn't make it better.
Yeah, it helps, but like you can still overdo yourself, you know. So be careful.
I guess I just think I have like a bad posture or something.
Well, yeah, that too.
I was sick all week. I didn't do
course.
anything.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So I feel like our discussion on Fanart has finished, so why not move on to the segment at the end of every episode where we talk about our goals that we finished this week and our goals for the next week regarding art.
Oh, okay.
So you guys said you drew. Did you draw any of the things you wanted to draw?
No, because I have been busy with commissions, so I didn't have time to draw what I wanted, which is really sad, but like, also money.
I was one of those.
Yeah, I did draw. Yeah, I drew Fanart for LemonTart. Let me.
It was amazing. I adored it.
It's really good. Big fan.
It's so good. I can't believe how good it is. I love it so much.
It's actually
Anyway.
the last thing I drew before my hand died, so feel lucky.
Like, how long ago
She's
was the last
perfect.
podcast recording? Exactly a week?
Yeah.
Exactly a week.
Was
yeah.
it? Oh, God. I'm just thinking. I said, last episode, I said I wanted to draw two pages of Neverforest, but I'm not sure if I did.
You drew one. You drew
You did
the
draw one.
inside of the plant.
Yeah.
You sure?
And you also drew Twigs.
No.
Tell us about Twigs.
No, I drew two actually. Page.
well, there we go.
Wait a second. Like I drew this one like exactly.
Neverforest. This is
a day.
webcomic, by the way.
Yes, it's a little comic I drew about a spider and a girl who fights monsters in the forest, and they travel, and yeah, it's not a lot more than that, but it's a thing. And I drew this one. And also I thought about drawing character designs for like a little like a 4-coma comedy version of Neverforest, which would be easier to draw, which I would call Neverforest Twigs, because
Twigs.
Twigs,
So cute.
So cute.
Aww.
which is because it's small, and yeah, and it would look like that. And I had to reduce Mug's legs to 6 legs.
I love the new mug design. I wish it was all mug. What I wanted to say, I wish Mug was just like that all the time, because I love it.
I wish
It's
Mug
so
was a
good.
Pokemon I could
It's really
train.
cool.
I can see that it's kind of better than before, but I also like original Mug. I like that original Mug has four eyes. That makes him look weird. Yeah, and
Fair
that's
enough.
basically what I did this week, other than drawing K on Fanart because of Kyo Annie. Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm so sad. Can we talk about it for a second? Because I have been ignoring the topic everywhere because it makes me so sad.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
apparently they lost like a bunch of digital and traditional shit, of course, and people don't.
They lost
It's
lives.
not confirmed. Yeah, of course, all the people that died. Didn't like 20 people die or something? It's awful.
33 or something.
So
Yeah,
30
It was
33 or
33.
something.
It's
The final toll was
36 for
33.
now, I think, or 40,
Oh.
35.
Even more.
it's so sad because, you know, all that talent lost, those people's life that you can't get back, but also like years of work that they had stored at that building, it's also gone forever.
They
And it's
worked
like-
on
So
like
much
4
effort.
Everything
projects.
makes me
sounds
so
right.
sad. Everything is awful. It's like I don't get why anybody would do that. It's just so upset.
It was probably just a lunatic. Like the guy who did it had several problems with the police in the past, and like assaulted his neighbors and stuff. So it was known that he was like a crazy person. And there's this thing going around that he stated that like Kyoto Animation was plagiarizing him, like they stole his light novel or something.
Oof.
Yeah, that's what he was yelling before he set the place
Yeah,
on
and
fire.
which makes no sense because Kyoto Animation is doing this whole light novel competition thing. They just want to pick their own original light novels that are exclusively created for Kyoto Animation to make anime of. So when when did they have the time to plagiarize something?
I don't think there's a logical through line to
Yeah.
this NeverPaint. It's a guy that set an entire building on fire.
But it makes me mad that it's
He's
kind of
behind bars.
It's
now.
so
kind of makes me
unfair.
mad that I read it on media like everywhere that like this accusation this lunatic did make just kind of is like in
I
the
just-
room now.
I don't get how someone gets to that point. Why nobody like gave him some form of mental help or something, before he had to
Sometimes people
burn
just
down a building if he had already attacked his neighbors and done all that shit. It's like, Japan, please.
He was in
Please.
prison for like 4 years, I think.
Oof.
So, sometimes people just like, how do you say it in English? They relapse just like that, just out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and it's really it can be really unpredictable.
Yeah.
Mental health can be like that. You can have somebody that hasn't had an episode in years, and suddenly they'll
Yeah.
get extremely aggressive and hurt all the people around them.
Also,
It's
wasn't
like
this
you can't
like-
really
Ugh.
fully cure someone,
Like
maybe.
you can't always see it coming.
Yeah,
Also,
I know.
wasn't this like the
I know.
worst
I'm just so
mass
upset.
murder? Was this like the worst mass murder in Japan for a long time?
There was another
Yeah.
arson incident, but it wasn't confirmed, which had more death casualties, I think, but it wasn't confirmed that it was arson. It was only suspected. But yes, if that was an accident, actually, then this would be the biggest mass murder since World War II in Japan, because
So sad.
Japan is this really,
Why-
really peaceful country.
Yeah, but it's awful because why attack these people that, create things to make people happy, and
Yeah.
they slave away
I
all
don't
their
think there's
lives and they get
why
paid
it's
shit
like
and
that.
then they die on a fire. I know it has no logic why the guy did it, he was just a crazy person. But it's
Especially
just,
in a fire.
it's
such
so
an awful
unfair.
death.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
so awful.
It feels incredibly wrong. It's way worse. It's not worse, but it feels worse than like any other terrorist news you get, because I think
Because it's
like
hit-
most of
it
us
hits
Because it's
close to
something
home
you
for all
love.
of us, yeah.
Basically.
yeah that's the thing. Like even though it's on the other side of the planet, at least for me, maybe for all of us, it's something. It targets artists who made us like really happy or sad or like
Yeah.
really influenced us, and it's not.
Did Bro made a really good video about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
You
saw
should
that.
watch it because that's basically his point, but he explains it very, very nicely.
Yeah,
it's a good
he can
video.
do that.
Anyway,
No,
But
I'm
also
depressed.
that video is so...
after that, let's talk about a little more about what we did this week.
Yeah,
Uh,
Asha, what did you do this week?
Yeah.
What did you
Yeah.
draw? Tell us about it.
Nothing really.
Oh,
That can't be
You
true.
drew
I saw your
Lennon.
Tumblr posts.
you drew Lennon.
Yeah, I did that right after the first podcast.
That counts.
Nice.
Well, that's
Hey, that's still this week, It's been a week exactly, so you're safe.
Okay, wait, no.
Were you really
I did
were,
draw.
were you really
I
busy
did,
or?
I did daily drawing stuff like I always do, but I wanted to like start writing like comics, but then I got distracted,
okay.
Aw.
and then I got
Oh,
a
no.
commission,
I'm still looking
During-
forward
Yay,
to that.
commissions.
and I finished it only now.
Commissions are also good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but that's good. You got things on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you did the daily drawings. That's like that's also good. Like we don't always have to work on a big thing, but it's good to just stay active.
Yeah, just keep the hand moving.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
that's exactly what I want to start doing now.
Yeah, tell us about your
Because I
sketching adventures.
Well, okay. First of all, I finished 2 of the 3 things I wanted to finish. So I finished that one big RFCK meetup fan art,
Hell yeah.
Hey,
I saw
awesome.
that.
And then
The colors are really great.
Yeah.
You should post it in the
Yeah,
chat.
I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, I'll post it again. And I also finished the branding for this very podcast.
You can
Hell
see it
yeah.
right now on screen.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
under the video.
you saw it since the last episode because it has already been done.
Actually, yes.
But
These
shh,
are
don't tell anyone.
pre-recorded.
Yeah,
But
pre-recording one.
yeah, I still haven't finished. I still haven't finished the new issue of Slime Times that I wanted to make. But I have started drawing traditional again, specifically so I can do quick little drawings and I can keep myself trained. So today I went out into London for my free day off work, and I bought a cool new sketchbook, and I bought some. I bought some new pencils, and I also bought some sepia-colored fine liners plus a brush pen
Hell yeah.
for inking.
Heck yeah.
And I did a cute little drawing of my OC, and it's not my favorite drawing that I've ever made, but it only took like an hour, and I want to do that over and over until I get quick and good. Because what I always do is that I work on big things that take me like a month or 2 weeks to finish, and I work on them very on and off.
No, just
So
sketch a
instead,
little
I
thing
want to
every
do
day.
consistent, lower effort things.
Yeah, I think that's a great plan.
Can I cut in real quick about this?
Yeah.
How are you not scared and stay motivated to do big things?
Oh, no, I love doing big things. That's the only thing I love doing, but then I don't do the smaller things that help me get better at the big things. The big things aren't the problem. I have ideas for big things all the time.
I think of something cool, something big and cool to do, and then I get scared of all the stuff I need to do and like how I'm gonna fit it in to my daily routine and stuff. It's really
You gotta break it up in small steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should just break it
Just
down.
plug away at it whenever you want. I don't know. For me, it's way easier to do something in small chunks than to try and finish a low-effort thing that I know isn't what I want to finish.
See, I have the...
Well, that was a bad sentence.
I have the exact
Can I
opposite
rephrase
problem
that,
again.
please?
Like, I can slave...
Basically...
Yeah,
Oh,
continue.
I just wanted to rephrase what I just said because it made no sense. What I mean is, when I put a lot of more effort into something, I really enjoy how it looks at the end. But when I do little sketches, I notice all the mistakes, and I still have to finish the sketch. And it really bothers me to just finish a sketch and have it have mistakes right in front of me and not fix them because I need to move on to the next quick sketch.
Just draw the little
So like
sketches.
this drawing that I just posted,
Just draw the little sketches.
this drawing that I
even
just
smaller.
posted has mistakes.
But
It has mistakes, and I don't like it. But I still have
Make
to
a better
finish
one
it so I can
tomorrow.
move on to the next one.
But Dirty Boy, everyone makes mistakes. It's okay. It's fine.
No, we
You
don't.
practice, so there's less mistakes in the future. But there, even like those artists you love, and love, and are really famous and get paid a lot of money, they make mistakes too. It's okay. It doesn't make them
It's not
bad,
about making mistakes. It's about noticing and not fixing them because you need to move on to the next work.
You think
That's what bothers me.
you think like those artists don't do that? Like
Of course they do.
they get
have
paid.
to.
They're just
So
better.
you feel worse about it. This is personal experience. I should just take my word. It's fine. It's just part of the thing, It's okay.
I know it's part of the thing. I'm just venting. I'm just
It's
venting
okay.
because I don't like my drawing, yet I still posted it.
That's
I
really
feel
important and
embarrassed.
brave and great. And you should
I always
embrace
feel like
that.
when I do sketches, I wanted to make it at least as presentable enough to post it. Like even if a sketch isn't like very special, I at least make it get good lighting and make a good photo and like maybe put like some kind of filter on it. So just that it's that I can post it on social media, because that's kind of that's how I see I did something. I accomplished something today.
I too value
I
myself.
cannot relate to the accomplished something.
I too value myself
for
by
me,
Twitter posting. I feel you.
I feel the opposite way. If I post something that I'm not proud of, I feel like I'm just pitying myself. I feel like I'm giving myself a placebo effect when I didn't really do anything important and I really didn't do anything that I'm proud of.
But
I always need
Yeah.
those everything.
But
I
it's-
can't
to-
trick my
doesn't-
brain into it.
it doesn't have to be that deep. That's the secret. You just have to like become numb.
I know.
Just sketch every day, finish like a tiny sketch every day, and be happy about that you accomplished something and you're like working towards a goal, and that's the important part.
I think we haven't had like all the accomplishments of everyone. Like Graf, what did you do this week?
Oh yeah, I said I'd have animations done
Yeah.
by this week, and I actually finished one, which is the one you can see on this episode, like the intro animation.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Wow.
And the
It looks
outro
so
animation.
cool.
You already saw it last episode, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, you already saw it.
If you watch both.
It's on the podcast.
Oh yeah, just to be clear,
And
Graf does like all the visual editing and that. He drew the background we're using right now, and LemonTart made the logo and the branding, and he's so good. Both of you are so good.
And Noodle Bomb, who isn't here, has drawn all our avatars.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
Noodle
TVs.
drew all the avatars,
Exactly.
which are also really
it's been a
good, and I
collaborative
really
effort.
like. But yeah, and Alex does the sound editing. Last episode, I have been feeling guilty all week because I assume Graf was doing all the editing of everything, and I completely, gave him the credit when Alex is
Alex
doing.
is our audio boy.
Yeah, he's the audio boy.
Alex is our audio boy, man.
I really
Also-
like that we're splitting it up.
Yeah,
It makes it a lot easier.
yeah,
Yeah.
teamwork.
Less work for everybody.
Well,
So-
we're all great, useful people, and we can make a big product together. We can make a proper
Yeah.
product together.
Hell
it's
yeah.
Like, it's like
Yeah.
a team thing.
Oh, I was going to say before, I usually I can make big things, art-wise, but like if I don't finish something in like 1 day or 2 days max, I just get bored and never touch it again. So
Yeah.
I have the exact
Oh, and
opposite
that's-
problem.
I can relate to this.
Getting big commissions
used
is a
to draw-
struggle
I
because
used to
I
draw
get
really big-
forced to, finish the big thing that I already see all the mistakes on and I can't fix them and I can't like ditch it and start something new because I'm getting paid. It's a
This
waste.
is why you draw digital.
No, because you can do that
You
can
in
fix every
digital,
mistake.
and you
But
can
we're gonna
like
have
get
that-
trapped fixing mistakes forever, anyways. And it's like,
That's my problem.
it spirals
Dude,
out of
yeah.
control, and I don't like it. So I just like
It's just
try to draw everything
gotta
really
set a
fast all the
deadline.
time, and
Tune
never think
into
about it
digital
ever
art
again.
versus traditional art, one of the next episodes.
Hell
soon.
yeah!
Because traditional art is obviously better, and you.
This is going to get
I
so
think
heated,
I
so
could
heated,
go up
so
with
fast.
No.
Save
no.
it, save it for
It's
later.
not heated because it's not heated because it's all subjective and it doesn't really
I
matter.
have
of
my
course,
knife
but
ready. What
it's
do you
fun to
mean?
fuck you.
Anyways.
Anyway,
I have my paper knife
we'll
with
have
me.
that on the-
You don't even have a paper knife. Actually, I don't
Graf,
even.
besides that, you posted another work in progress animation? What's that
yeah,
for?
exactly. That's the other thing I managed to do because that's what I actually intended when I announced it last week. But I only managed to do a work in progress. But that's it.
Oh, it's like a little spin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
That's nice. Well, I'm proud of you, Graf. You did like cool things that take time and effort.
You did.
That's a
cool
really good
things, yes.
360. I'm really excited to soon see the no scope.
Same. It looks really nice.
That's a really cool 360. I'm very excited to see it pop shove it.
I can't wait for that no scope.
I know Alex appreciated that one. Alex is her resident skater boy, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
sports.
post some branding stuff. Podcast.
Yeah. For those
It's my gimmick.
those show notes.
This podcast that we're talking about in third person.
Yeah, that
The
branding you have
SPP,
been
the
seeing
Sketchy
on
People
screen
Podcast.
all the
uh,
time. That's Lemon.
You can You can subscribe, by the way. We're doing a podcast now. It's happening.
We're real
It
boys.
happened.
Remember
Last
to
episode,
like, comment, and
NeverPaint.
subscribe, and also don't forget to hit that bell.
Don't
Isn't
forget
it
to draw
ring the
every day.
bell?
If you're an artist, draw every day. Every week,
Draw a fan
report
out of us.
in with us.
We need a Twitter hashtag for Feta.
Tweet at
for
us.
Fanart.
Tweet at us with what you did this week. Show us your progress each week, and we will respond and check your tweets and see your progress as an artist.
Hell yeah.
And we'll discuss it
Do
on
we have
the
a
episode.
Do we have a hashtag for that?
We'll make one by the time this comes out.
Yeah, we have
it
to
will
get
be-
Yeah.
moving on the Twitter account.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Post your progress every week, and because we're interested and we want to see you grow as we grow.
Hell yeah. But also draw fan art
Hashtag.
of us. Please. I want to see.
Please draw me.
Would you draw me, please?
Draw me and Seika in like fancy fashion JoJo outfits.
Hell, I want to see that so
just
bad.
being like complete hoes.
Do it
That's
before
what
I do
wanna
it
see.
myself.
Anyway, I believe that's everything for tonight, guys. Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah. I think that's fine.
Oh yeah, I did nothing, by the way.
Oh
I
no.
did have a cute girl.
Did it?
Shame on you.
Oh, so you accomplished your goal.
Wait, did we talk about what we want to do for next till next episode?
Oh no, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, my bad.
Damn it!
Oh,
all
shit.
the formula, all the preparation.
My goal for next week is to like get all these commissions I have off my back so I can draw whatever I want.
Same. Especially,
I'm drawing every day for the next week. Every day
we want
I
to
will finish a full sketch.
I
and
want to
will
see
post it, I
7
promise.
whole drawings by next
Yes.
week's episode.
Seven whole drawings.
Yes.
by
not
next
half
episode.
drawings,
I'm
whole
committing.
drawings.
Whole inked drawings by next
It
episode.
doesn't
Hell
count
yeah.
to cut one drawing in half and post the two halves. That's not okay.
No. 7 different things. 7 small things. That's what I want to see.
I will do it. I promise.
Okay, so I still have a commission on the table, and I want to finish it as soon as possible so that I can keep promoting my commissions and maybe get a new one. And other than that, I think like 2 pages of Neverforest should be possible again. Yes, and that's what I want to do because I kind of want to wrap the comic up soonish, or at least bring it to a break, because I basically want to concentrate on other things right now, aka doing commissions and doing the little Neverforest Twig things, because I have way more ideas for those. Yeah.
Cool. Why not just make Twigs the real Neverforest then?
Yeah, it could happen if it goes well.
Like if you have
No,
more
you-
ideas
you-
for a
you need-
vignette
you
show, then
need,
just turn it into a vignette show.
Magical transformation scenes, and then they turn into the Twigs designs.
Whoa!
Oh, that would be cool.
And then they get
That's
giant
really good.
robots, and the giant robots are towering over the forest,
And
and,
they-
then they fight each other
In-
in the giant robots.
in the
and,
galaxy.
And
yeah, then you'll have a video game as well.
And then
It's
it becomes
gonna be
Never
Homestuck.
Space.
Never stuck.
Never Space!
Oh no.
This is amazing.
Oh.
Can I
Never Space.
pat
And then-
myself
and then
on the
it's
shoulder?
Never Galaxy.
Yeah,
Can
Never
I pat
Universe.
myself on the shoulder a little bit for that great branding, because you can attach never to literally anything. It sounds cool.
All
But
part
there's
of the
other things that are
Neververse.
branded as Never.
Probably, but
There's Never Cake that brands a lot of things with Never. Just letting you know there.
yeah, but I don't care. NeverPaint doesn't exist yet. I looked it up.
He never exists.
Yes.
You don't exist.
Hey, so what I'm gonna do?
Not only do you not exist, you never exist. Anyway.
Oh shit.
Go.
What I'm gonna do is,
Alex.
since I'm scared of doing big things or anything at all, actually,
Just do a thing. Do one thing.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do a one-shot manga then, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
One week?
1 week.
Sure. Yeah.
That's ambitious.
That's a big
I-
thing.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be
I'll-
like scanned into a PDF file or like a zine.
Yeah,
Um,
and
think
we are
about-
going to
Well,
review if you
I'll
fail.
take your word for that, and I hope to see results next week.
Yeah, you will.
Otherwise, you're getting an
Sure.
F.
No, it's fine. I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
So, who's left?
Me, I think.
Asha
Okay.
and Graf.
Yeah.
And
Please, Asha.
Okay. I have like my daily drawings to do, and
Yes.
drawings for the game I'm working on, and I want to start writing
Well,
Yeah.
stuff
writing for the comics. Yes.
for the comics.
that's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
Well, that's really
And
cool.
I'm gonna do it.
We can talk this about We can talk about this a different day. But I'm curious about what we all do besides drawing for, for our daily lives and a living.
Oh yeah.
Because I know about some of you, but I don't know about all of you.
I'm
Yeah,
very
yeah.
busy.
I'm typing that on the topics.
I'm never
we can-
busy.
Yes.
I'm stealing your brand.
I'm NeverPaint.
Excuse me, never is copyrighted. You can't.
We
use
find
it.
out
so
his day
good.
job
Never
is
use
It,
painting.
it's fan art.
Yes. Okay. That's
It's
okay.
fan copyright infringement. Guys, do fan art, not fan copyright infringement.
Hell yeah.
That's what we take
Graf,
away from
Graf,
this
what do
episode.
you wanna do?
Graf, Tell us.
I
please.
just decided to do a traditional landscape drawing with a fine liner.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
wanna-
That's a cool
I wanna
idea.
sit
like
down.
like the butterfly.
Yeah, like the one, like the butterfly I posted today. Yeah, like
really like
I
it.
did that. Thanks. I did that like 5 to 6 years ago, and I really want to try something like that again because I haven't been doing that for a while.
Because traditional art
That's
is
that's cool.
objectively better.
I'm excited. I'm excited that you're coming to the traditional side too.
I
I like
wrote
to
about it
sketch
earlier.
traditionally. I just wanna do like a full drawing with all the details that I used to put into those back in the day. So
Hell yeah.
gonna do that.
I used to do a lot of that because I was in an architectural like art history drawing class a few years ago.
That sounds so cool.
So I basically have this fat sketchbook filled to the brim with just fine liner drawings of cathedrals and
Oh my God.
temples.
I want to see that.
So I'm kind of
shit.
like sick of it because I've done it so much. But I will post it in the future.
Yeah. You should.
There was
I'm
a time
interested.
when I didn't use colors in my drawings, and I basically
Ugh.
That's where I'm
Did-
at now.
did all in
Oh,
fine
God.
fine liner or ink.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get out of there.
I need to get some watercolors.
Soon.
Yes, you should.
I need to get color into my life.
Art materials are also a great topic for a different episode.
Hell
because-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's wrap up for today. Any last comments?
Yeah.
Look at the pinned comment and send us fan art on Twitter
Hell yeah.
of us.
And also
Yeah.
look into the description and look up all our stuff because I think we are all kind of cool.
Yeah. Click all the social media links.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya next week or whenever the next episode comes out. And I hope you draw a lot. And I hope you draw with us. See you
Yeah.
later. Bye.
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 Bye.